Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Metroid Prime 4. In our previous episode, we fought Big Worm, and for our efforts, we got a grapple beam out of it. We also rescued a couple of Federation folks, and yeah, I imagine they'll be calling us any second now. Tell us, hey, we made it. Maybe they won't, I don't know. I'm not their boss. Grapple beam does potentially open some stuff up for us. We have seen some grapple spots.
Congratulations, you found another key. I'm wondering where to go. Take a look at the map.
Alright. Let's see what it says. I'm actually genuinely surprised it didn't throw out doot doot doot. I mean, the obvious answer is it's over here, right? Like, yeah. So, Mike, go ahead and do that. Before we do, I do want to just like at least poke at this part of the desert a little bit. Actually, I wonder if I was to nudge right up on these and then boost. Yeah, okay, that works. Thing there. We will go back to it. But first, I left a bunch of crystals half collected here. Alright, where was it? Sorry. You want cold. Or no, you don't. You just want psychic. We can do that. At a distance, the psychic stuff kind of starts looking like the white of ice. Hello. Interesting. Cylindrical stone lift secured by plate-shaped clasps. Clasps can be released by the surrounding pylons. Alright. Alright, so. Pylon with electrically conductive decoration at its center is etched with alloys that instantly amplify currents. Linked to a device that activates when all pylons are electrified simultaneously. Alright. That sounds like an electric beam situation, to which we do not have access, so get me on out of here. Thanks for the green stuff. Noticing a dearth of the big beasties. There they are. Hole. I kind of don't think that the intention is for me to just jump down it. Alright, so that's spider ball track. So not actually where we need to go yet. Interesting. Nice. Those give just raw energy if you've done it before. That's actually nice. Whee. The rumble here is intense. Like, this is basically like continuously rumbling as hard as it can. It just doesn't feel like, I'm starting to wonder if that's something to do with my controller. Like, maybe it's not intended to be this intense. It seems like a poor choice. Just unnecessarily intense all the time. Why are you different? that brings us up to an even 100 for our missiles. I wonder if we'll get like a green crystal radar or something later to make it easier to 100%. Like, I would assume yes, but also it's not really the Metroid way.
Using your capabilities might be worth checking out.
Alright, I guess we'll go to Volt Forge. I wonder if those are just like a renewable resource. Did I just completely miss this before? This super obvious spot? How? Watch this be something like super. Oh, news station. Alright, well, I feel less bad about missing this now. Still, it's like directly in line between the tree and the. Weird that I missed it. So fun fact about me is that I actually rather enjoyed sailing in Wicked. Found it relaxing. And so like driving around on this is kind of tapping into the same thing. I do find this motorcycle maybe a little more fiddly than the Red Lions, but like there's definitely something there. Okay, I remember you now. You know what? Yeah. Actually, hold on. Do we have... Can't tell... I think that what we're seeing there is, hey, you've got enough green energy to go straight to get another upgrade once you go back into town. But I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out later, probably in this episode. Yeah, I remember that there was a section down here. This spot, right? Yeah. Again, I wonder at like that's gotta be I feel like it's gotta be when they did testing, people would get stuck, and in the places where people got stuck, they've added Mackenzie going, look at your map. And it's like, I wish I could turn that off. And it's not ruining the experience, but it's definitely something I'm going to bitch and moan about a lot, because it is hampering it. How about this being is that gonna let me just skip on down? Wow, yeah, okay, so we are now actually past the point where I intended to backtrack to. And there was a shot expansion here. Just casually in a crate. Yeah, you're not doing this. Alright, whole different tower. Alright. Not expecting that. I don't want to be here. Then back to food. Because I want to get into that room that had grapple bits. And back, so that's less than ideal. Not too bad though. Check. Just looking for a little irregularities in there. Okay, good. Irregularities being likely to indicate, hey, here's an upgrade we didn't get before. Alright, so now from here, yeah, we just go straight across. That text that just appeared. Alright, further down. Hell yeah, here we go. Okay, this place is interesting. Lamorne Power Cell. Okay. I mean, this screams of Spider Ball. Malfunctioning. Anomalies causing control unit to cause a short. Oh, this is how we get the electric gun. Gotcha. Thunder chip. Alright. Electric thunder. This bastard. Haven't seen you in a while. Can't detect an electrical shock arm cannon. Further analysis blocked by powerful psychic hammer. Out why I need that. Okay, grab. Samus, grab it. Alright. We are mostly done for already. I do feel like this game suffers a little bit from like spend a lot of time feeling like nothing can really hurt you, and then you meet a boss that can, and it's really quite jarring. That one was in use. Alright, got him. First try. Hologram bot? Yeah. Hey, energy tank. I'll take it. I feel like that's generally a problem for a lot of games where normal enemies, like, can't really scratch your health. Especially when, you know, I've got, like, what now? 799 health. And then a boss will, in order to make them feel dangerous, they'll hit really hard, so they'll chew through your health really quick, and you've spent, like, you know, it's jarring. You've developed some bad habits about taking hits and just face tanking through stuff, or at least I have. This feels like a concession to the Nintendo Switch. This texture right here. This looks very... Huh. Games like Hollow Knight, I feel like, you know, not to glaze Hollow Knight all the time, but one of the advantages of Hollow Knight's healing system is that it meant that you could keep, the designers could keep the player fairly low health, and it was fine, because the player could heal and continue to explore the world in general and have a good time. In these games, in the Metroid games, they have to depend on... Oh, there's a new thing. They have to depend on the enemies are dropping health in order for the player to continue exploring and, you know, having a good time. Alright, no, you're in here. You are. Like this guy, we're gonna get 10 health out of him. And it's like, numerically, that doesn't feel super rewarding. You know what? Let's do walk out of here instead of taking the fast travel. I do kind of suspect there's, you know, there's room for other stuff to be here. So yeah, like I guess my whole point is, like, with the small damage numbers of Hollow Knight, the health feels more impactful, and like normal enemies can maintain threat to the player in a way that a lot of these enemies can really, not without them being just sort of unreasonable. I'd be interested to know what a Metroid Prime like, but with a healing mechanic, would look like. I don't really know that it would work. Because Hollow Knight really depends on clarity of hitboxes in order to work. And that is much harder to do with a 3D game, you know? We did it. Missiles, which we, thus far, the missiles in this game have felt pretty, like, it doesn't feel like you need using missiles very often. Partially because of the shot system. Hello? But also, like, the missiles are fairly slow. So... like, I feel like about half the time when I fire off a missile, it does not do what I need it to do. I've not gotten a charge shot yet, though, so that could potentially change things. Alright. I think I'm probably good to go. Let's head on back to camp. Between the loading screen and this screen, there was a longer fade to black than usual. I wonder why. I guess it probably means nothing. It probably just my Nintendo Switch is getting toasty from me having played so much Metroid today. But I don't know if y'all can hear it, but my voice is starting to get a little gravelly from talking more than I usually do. Send me in, coach. We're back.
I knew you'd make it out of there. Because you're Samus Aran.
You're not dead. Excellent.
Sarge, come on. She saved our lives.
Yeah, I know. Glad you made it out. Thank you. Anyway, we could use a breather. Let me know if you need anything. Let's go, kid.
Glad you're okay. Don't know what we'd do without you.
How about now? You're making it worse. Almost got
Alright,
it.
so this is actually changed to be a little more base campy. We've got
Anything?
polygons.
What about that? Wait, hold on.
I'm assuming this is meant to be like a disassembled rifle. We've got
Anything? Nope.
more
about
stuff.
now?
We've got spare
Nothing.
shoes.
Nada.
Assuming like clips or something. tools. Banana for scale. Campfire, classic.
You're making it worse.
With
Hold on, I got this.
kind of
What
worm.
about that? Wait, hold on.
Or shoes. Someone's bedding.
Anything? Nada. Hold on, I got this.
Mechanism converter. Head from a Cybot. Analysis implies that it was detached when the body exploded.
How about now?
Nope.
Almost got it.
Hey, Samus. I was finally able to get here after my leg was fixed up.
Hold still.
I am.
I'm almost done.
He's been saying that for an hour.
Alright, how's that? Better?
I can't see.
What about now?
Good.
Welcome back, Samus. You found a new chip, right? Let me see it.
Face him, he turns around.
I'd love to see the chip myself, but could you wait until we get to the holo table?
Dude.
Let me see what you brought me. This also looks like a circuit with a chip inside. This one's gonna be fun. Just like I thought. With a few tweaks, you'll be able to use a new shot.
I do appreciate that this animation is slightly unique. It's
Sometimes I surprise
largely
even
the
myself.
same, but still,
This one's a beaut.
it's not quite the exact same every time. Thundershot. Hell yeah. New shot type accessible. Ammo. Yeah. Alright.
Presenting the Thunder Shot. Electric shock is effective against mechanical enemies. And I think you'll be able to provide electricity to devices. What do you think? All right. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help you out.
Alright, let's see.
Mackenzie told me we can get home by using a teleporter. Wild.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help find the teleporter key.
Mackenzie told me all about the biolabs in Icebelt. Ah, the Grievers. They were once Lamorne. Tragic.
No shot them with Thunder Shot.
Alright. Let's see if we've got enough for another upgrade. I drove through a lot of green crystals, so maybe. Seems promising. Control beam boost acquired. Control beam shots now travel faster. Hold B or left trigger bumper to boost the speed of the shot. Hold the menu to check inventory. Alright, that will be useful. Not as useful as shots do more damage, but, you know, I'll take it. Nope, nope, that's not where we need to be.
There you are.
Yep, there I am. Go ahead and save, just... We are playing with fire a little bit here. I assume that there's a hidden save behind every like major like item acquisition and stuff, but
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
I haven't figured out this room, but you know we'll get to it eventually. All right. Device designed to resemble a Vumos plant, plant with a top made of conductive metals. Once it has received a sufficient electrical charge, it will activate. All right. We'll go left to right. The one who properly controls elemental power will lead the way to the future, guiding the soul of Lemorn to a land of peace. The one of lightning is a prophecy. Flash and roar will guide the path that is taken to Lemorn's far tomorrow. The lightning binds the way of the instrument. Vivid colors and rich accompaniment are brought to each day of the Lemorn. Yet one must not be arrogant. The path on which the Lemorn strive will lead us beyond the use of such instruments. Made of conductive metal and stone, the height and direction of the connected device can be adjusted using psychic abilities. Okay. No. How are we feeling about that? Good? Is it actually on? Is it actually a case of you down at the bottom? Trying to find direction at which it'll have the least distance to travel. Okay, that was not it. That felt possible, but there we go. Okay. Did doing that light up the third one over here? Sure did. Nice. Hey, wonderful. Put that to good use. Alright. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so we'll head on back to the desert and put this thunder chip to use. And we're back. Ready for action. Should check. See, like, because we know, like, there's a spot there that we haven't figured out yet. Are there other spots that we think... Really? For the most part, I feel like Fury Green, we're probably good. Right. This one done. Yes. Got a fair bit of damage doing that. That's okay. What about this one? Yep, that one's also done. Kind of wish that there'd be like a checkbox or something on the ones that are finished. Right. Another boost. Yep, another boost. Feels likely to be the limit. we got here? Light bridges, maybe? Oh no, okay. Fun. Water system. Large amounts of water. Super Ice Shot, significantly amplified over the charged Ice Shot, though requires more ammo to use. Okay. A storm of icy things. That is a significant jump, but still cool. There's the warp out, though I'm not gonna take it yet because I think there was more in here that I have not done yet. So we kind of beelined straight for the solution. I appreciate that there's, like, they establish the pattern. I do need to deal with that. They establish the pattern of, hey, here's some stuff. Some like mini dungeons, and they consistently have two, and you're like, okay. And then you get to the later ones, and they're like, you've done it, tee-hee. And it's like, okay, but there wasn't two things, so I bet that you were lying to me, which is fine. I'm going to go look for them. You've taught me this pattern, and now I'm going to use my big human brain, which is good at pattern recognition, to put it to use. Cool. Fun. Overshot. Send me back up. Alright, so with this one handled, there was another one kind of just literally the opposite side of the world. Not really the opposite side of the world, but you get what I mean.
Thundershot! Open up areas that were locked before. You may want to explore some of the places you already been.
We actually do want to revisit that shrine. I thought I was gonna have to like do every third one or something. Like you would shoot them and the adjacent ones would do it, but nope. That was easy. Push the hologram. Do it. A sense of like how much I'm getting there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just don't have, you know, an intuition for it. Charged Thundershot. How do you work? Thundershot acquired. 5 to fire a high voltage burst that arcs to other targets. Okay, cool. Alright. Crit bit. Did we already get a secondary upgrade from here? I kinda don't remember doing so. Trust it. I don't think it's possible to trick this thing on that. Is a second. Maybe I have already gotten the second thing, but if there is a second thing, it is well hidden in this one. Well, we're just talking about pattern recognition. This is something that developers can do, which is establish a pattern and then deliberately subvert it in order to trip players up. I'm not seeing anything on the map that would indicate an extra secret. Alright. We'll take it at face value for now. We'll do, just to sort of like keep the episode kind of thematically all together and not spread across multiple episodes, we'll go ahead and go to the other little shrine thing over here. Do it real quick. I think that'll do it for for us for the episode. Ooh, immediate choices. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one down. There's an illogical part of my brain that's like, we might have to run out of here real fast. So you want doors open and unlocked. And it's like, that's not really what kind of game this is. That's more of a horror game trope than anything else, but... It looks like we've got a spot where we can fall down. Alright, I see that spot. I see these guys. And crawler, alright. So here's our little secret. Right, sunlight, socketing a mote will cause it to retract. Sculpted by the ancient Lemorn. This feels actually more like a little temple than a lot of the others. I don't know, like having everything sort of like twisted up on itself just feels, it's got a higher veracity, I guess. When it's just a sequence of little puzzle rooms, it can end up feeling kind of, you know, video gamey. Which, I mean, I'm not saying this doesn't feel video gamey. Ooh boy. Alright, well, we'll have to come back to this because we don't have Spider Ball. That was immediately a lot, which is really funny. But, alright, here is where we're going to call it for this episode. YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and in the next episode. Until then, bye!